Hi, this is Chloe here at Inner Whispers. Today I'm going to share with you the Wicca Moon Tarot, which was created by Shirlee at Wicca Moon, and which is a self-published deck. You can go to wiccamoon.org.uk and email Shirlee if you're interested in buying the deck. Quite unusually, the artwork on the front of the box is actually the card backs rather than being a particular card within the deck. The cards, when they came, were actually, as it shows on the box, with square corners, so I would recommend having a corner cutter handy because I hate square corners. The deck also came with a little sheet giving information of different associations for the cards. So for each of the majors, their number, their Futhark rune, a time of the day or a god or just the basic sense of it. Also, I think these are Ogham runes and trees that they're associated with, as well as the astrological associations. So you get this little sheet with those associations on both sides. Moving on to the cards, the deck is called the Wicca Moon Tarot, and that Wicca influence is certainly seen in the minors, which are semi-illustrated and very nature-based. I'm more and more drawn to this kind of deck with semi-illustrated pips, which I think opens up a lot of possibilities for interpretation, not restricted by seeing people in a particular situation. But the links to traditional Rider-Waite interpretations are always there if you want to look for them, with some nice little variations and quirks. Most of the cards are in a very natural kind of setting, which fits with the Wicca theme of the deck. The Cups cards are mainly in this kind of watery location, and there are a few man-made structures within the deck, but for the most part it's more just the suit symbols in a natural environment, and using the time of day or night and other things around it to give a depth of possible interpretations to the cards. I really enjoy these cards. I think that they're very evocative. They use subtle variations to very good effect. And they are very pretty, powerful. With the pentacles, we also have a very obvious season change. I believe the seasons are changing throughout the other cards as well, but it's not quite as obvious, I would say, as with the pentacles. The most unusual part of this deck is the court cards. Here, with this Luke Skywalker type figure, we have the Page of Wands, and then we have a woman on horseback as the Knight of Wands. But the real innovation is that the court couples, the king and queen, are actually shown combined on a single card, which I find a very interesting way of looking at things, suggesting perhaps a notion of there being a balance between masculine and feminine aspects when we reach a certain level of maturity and understanding and groundedness within that suit, which I think is an interesting concept. We have the Page of Cups. Despite the sword in the background, this is the Page of Cups. Another male character as a page, and then another female knight for the Knight of Cups, and the King and Queen of Cups. Then for the next two suits, the pages are the female character. I love the energy of this Page of Swords. And you can see here as well, looking closely, where the name of the card is written in. So there are no borders on these cards, and the numbering, the designation of the cards is quite subtly done. Here we have a quite youthful looking Knight of Swords and the King and Queen of Swords. This does also mean that there are only 74 cards in the pack instead of the normal 78. And here we have a very playful, almost Harry Potter-esque Page of Pentacles. A very grounded Knight of Pentacles. And a rather fey King and Queen of Pentacles. The Wicca theme also shows up very clearly in the majors. Just as the little sheep gives you the Futhok runes and the Ogham runes, and somewhere on there there's also astrological symbolism, so too those appear on the actual cards as a trigger for that if you have that kind of knowledge. Here we have the Fool, quite an unusual, mature take on this, and a fabulous, powerful looking magician. The High Priestess with a cute little cat, and a kind of grandmotherly Empress. She's had a very full life doing creative things, adding to the family. A kind of grandmother feel to it, which I really like. A strong Emperor with yet another cat. And here we have what's titled the High Priest instead of the Hierophant, and obviously a counterpart to the High Priestess. The Lovers, and a fabulous Chariot. The idea of strength being the power of your will for magical workings. And a rather secretive Hermit with a lovely owl in the background. The Wheel of Fortune and Justice. The Hanged Man and Death. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. Judgment. And the World. Altogether, I think this is a quite amazing deck. I hope you found this useful and that you'll come back again soon. In the meantime, please listen to your own inner whispers.